Hola a todos. Hello everybody. This is Chai with Tennis, and this is your host Mohit,
Yeah,
and this is your host Akul.
yeah.
And
Hi, my name is Akul, and yeah, it's very awkward because we are starting just now, and this is our first podcast. So let's see where it goes. So yeah,
yeah, so basically, we are tennis fans for we have been tennis fans for a long, long time, and this is something that we have never thought of before. This is just something completely new to us, and we were just talking about this for the past few months. And yesterday we were like, okay, Wimbledon is coming up. This is a great time to cash in. So why don't we just start this journey? And we hope to discuss a lot of things. We hope that this will continue to remain a journey. We'll get support and we'll be able to grow. So let's. Oh, by the way, I mean Akul here, right here is has been a
yeah,
lifelong Nadal fan. I have
yeah.
remained a lifelong Federer fan, and as things stand in the day of today's tennis, I am an Alcaraz fan. I'll try to be as unbiased as possible, as subjective as possible. Sorry, as objective as
That's lie.
possible.
That's a lie. He will not be a
We
not
cannot try.
be
We cannot
object.
try to be better. We
Yeah.
cannot try to be better.
Uh,
So,
so
and Akul, what are your current allegiances in this whole new generation of?
I am right now biased. So like not biased, like I'm confused. So I'm still finding my new gen right
Okay,
now.
okay. What makes you confused? I mean, Alcaraz is right there.
And I know Alcaraz is right there, but it's not nothing. I am not finding anything wrong with Sinner too. Like just letting you guys all know, I was a big Djokovic hater.
This
So
needs to be cut. This needs to be cut. You can't say that. You can't say that.
nah, nah, we will be really.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not hater, but yeah, I was a big Nadal fan, and we know all what happened. So, and obviously, I was a Federer was also my idol. So, yeah, that's why. But right now, I'm not getting anything vibes from any other player. So, uh, still confused. So let's see.
So let's just say that we have cut some parts. If we have cut some parts, let's just say we have cut some parts. And as things stand, Sakul is trying to say that he is not especially fond of Djokovic, but lately he has warmed up to
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
He,
I'm
he
not fond of Djokovic.
yeah, he's not fond of Djokovic, but I think lately he has started to like Djokovic as of lately. I think
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
nice.
Lately, I am liking Djokovic. I don't have any problem. But in 2016 and 17, 18, I was not a fond of Djokovic.
I mean, you can say that about a lot of Federer and Nadal fans, right?
Yeah, that's true. Like, there's a community of Nadal Federer fans and Djokovic fans, and I don't think uh, the Venn diagram matches,
But
and
yes, yes, it doesn't.
they're middle people. So yeah.
It does not at all merge. And I think over the years, I mean, as I am a fan of somebody from the new generation, and Alcaraz likes to mingle with Djokovic. There are a lot of photos and videos of them having good chemistry off court, them doing funny things. So especially that and his rivalry with Alcaraz that is non-toxic like it was with Federer back in the day. I think he has always respected Nadal, right? So
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
something that I think has
Respected.
contributed to.
Hashtag respected.
I think that has contributed to my positive image of Djokovic lately. What has it been like with you, Akul?
Yeah, like right now I'm like I kind of like before I used to not support Djokovic at all. Right now it's not that much. I am supporting him. I like watching him play.
You like
But
watching him play?
then
This is the first that
uh,
I've heard of it.
yeah, मतलब it's okay. Like he's a good player, and
He
obviously
is a
he's
good player.
one of the best player of
No,
tennis.
I have joked at a lot of Djokovic fans back in the day about how his I would rather want watch the paint dry off a wall than watch Djokovic. But lately, I've come to recognize his brilliance. I'm saying this in all
Obviously,
seriousness, yeah, because
yeah, yeah,
that he just do all the things that he does. I think that
yeah.
those things do not
Like
need an explanation.
we used to talk before that if he's winning he's two set up and 5-0 40-0, like two set down for 5-0 40-0, then also we will think that he will come back. So
Yeah, yeah, and it still remains the case. Like
yeah,
the recent semi-final versus Sinner. Do you at any
yeah,
point
yeah.
believe that it couldn't happen?
Yes, yes. I was fully in hope for a five-setter and
Even in
Djokovic
set
winning
three,
it. Yes, yes. It's a
they
Djokovic.
just
You
never
never
down
know
to the
when
final.
can when he will step up, and when he will get in zone. I still remember the Roland Garros 2021 or 20 when
22.
he beat
When he faced
Nadal.
Nadal
When
in
he beat
Roland
Nadal. Yeah, in COVID year only.
Garros.
So
Was it 21 or 22? I think it was
I
21
think it's a 21.
because in 22 Nadal
It
beat
was
him.
COVID year. Like the fans
Yes,
had
21,
to leave
21.
the stadium at 10:30, but they allowed them to sit there.
I
And
think it was
Djokovic
21.
was in his zone and like full aura. 2012 US Open against Federer.
11, but yeah, we can move past that.
11, 11,
We can
11,
move
11.
past
Yeah.
Vietnam War.
Yeah, yeah. So that was the very much Djokovic zone we know.
But no, seriously, I mean, before we get into the draw, the Wimbledon
Yeah.
2025 draw, I think this is Djokovic always remains a bigger question. We'll talk about it more later
Yeah,
when we're
yeah.
actually tackling his.
Like how much Alcaraz Sinner step up, we still know Djokovic can win it all easily.
Yeah, I mean, we
And
we are just trying to clear that beforehand. That
yeah, yeah,
whatever our predictions are, Djokovic always remains that person in the draw. With all due respect from a
obviously,
Federer, from a
obviously,
Nadal fan.
obviously.
So I think this is our first episode. So as Wimbledon is coming up, I think we should start with
Yeah.
analyzing the draw. I
So
think.
let's talk about what your expectations from from Wimbledon
Look, as a
present.
biased Alcaraz fan, all I want first of all, I'll talk about what I want, and then we'll talk about we'll talk about what are my realistic
Yeah,
expectations regarding the winner and runner up and all of that of Wimbledon, right? So what I want is, of course, the win streak of Alcaraz stands at 18 right now, if I'm not wrong. I want it
15,
to
I think. 15, it is
18,
15 or
18.
18? 18. Okay,
18.
18.
6 matches in Rome, seven
Oh,
matches
okay.
in
Yes, yes, yes,
Aldi,
yes,
and
yes. Oh, yeah, 18, 18.
5 matches in Queens.
Hmm.
So I hope that it extends to 25. If not for that Barcelona match versus Runa, I think it would have already been 5 matches of Monte Carlo and 5 matches of Barcelona. So the win streak would have been 28 already. But as we all know, the true third guy of the new big three is, that guy doesn't always show up, but when he shows up, he can actually still
Yes, yes.
pull off some magic. So my realistic expectations regarding Wimbledon, I would very much like to see a three-peat of the Djokovic versus Alcaraz final. I think these are this is what I want, and I think I would give it a big chance because Djokovic is not somebody who just you know
Yeah, you lose a five-setter in Wimbledon so easily.
no, he has been losing a lot. Like he has lost.
Yeah,
Last time Djokovic lost these many Grand Slam finals, I think it was between 2012 and 2015. He lost 5 Grand Slam finals. I saw it off on a comment on Reddit. I think he lost 5 Grand Slam finals and won only one. AO 2013. That was a period. That was the last period, like way back when Djokovic actually lost so many Grand Slam finals in a row. He's been losing left and right. He lost to Sinner recently. He has lost 4 of his last 5 matches versus Sinner. That's
yeah.
how Djokovic operates. I,
But
I think if
still,
Sinner and
I think Djokovic on grass is. another level. And I think he's also obviously one motivation he has of winning eight Wimbledon and equaling Federer's.
But
Uh,
I mean, if you talk about it, the
yeah,
motivation has been there for 3 years, but
yeah,
yeah,
obviously,
but it is
but
still there.
like it's still a. I think it's almost a last year
So
for
what do you
him.
think at this point Djokovic is more worried about? His losing streak versus Sinner or his losing streak versus Alcaraz at Wimbledon? Because he has,
Uh,
both of these roadblocks to go through.
yeah, I think right now he's more worried about Draper.
Uh, I would say Draper is more worried about the hell draw that he has gotten, and
Yeah.
he's the
Hell
home
draw.
ground
So
player,
let's
and
talk about draw after we see it
yeah, but
because
yeah, Draper,
uh,
I think is somebody I would like to think that Djokovic still can beat Sinner and Alcaraz. I mean, Sinner, the last win versus Sinner was in ATP Finals 2023, if I remember correctly. That was also the last time that he beat Alcaraz and Sinner back to back. And since then, he has not won a single match against Sinner, and that is of course something in his mind. But if he's going to do it, then the only surface that he's going to do it at
yeah,
the age that he is in is Wimbledon. Like you said, just Djokovic in grass is just too good. So,
that is
so
true.
my
Like
predictions
it's not
are
easy to
a
win
Djokovic
seven
versus
Wimbledon.
Alcaraz final. What about you?
Your prediction is,
Djokovic versus Alcaraz
but
final.
I didn't ask for your prediction. Like it was just what are your expectations, not your predictions.
Oh, this is also my expectation. So this is the rare time when my
But you have not
expectation meets
seen
my
the draw.
prediction.
We we have not seen the draw. Just letting you know.
Okay, okay, okay. We are blind.
Yeah.
We are completely
So
blind.
I think let's see the
Sinner
draw
and
only
Alcaraz can
because
be on the
we
same
really
half
want
court.
to talk about draw. So let's just give me a second. Yes. So here's the first quarter of the draw.
Okay, this is the Sinner's quarter. Let's just say
Yes.
because we have an image of Sinner in the middle, so we'll just call it the
Yes.
Sinner's quarter.
Yeah, we can see Sinner name also here.
Okay, yeah.
So Sinner draw is looking like a bit of Musetti is getting in
So,
quarters.
what about let's just talk about what you think up to the quarterfinals. What would you think will be his potential opponents, like in round one, from round one to round
Of
four?
oh, just give me a second. Uh, I did have something. Okay. So what were you saying? Yeah,
Uh, I
sorry.
was I was asking, what are your potential opponents for Sinner in this quarter? Like, let's just start with that. Like his round one
So
is Nadi,
yeah,
round two, round three, round four.
I think it's pretty clear from this that two will be view kick. We pronounce
Vukic,
view kick or view kick. View kick.
Vukic, yes.
View kick. Yeah, so I think view kick will be round two.
A comfortable
Uh,
win against Nadi
yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
obviously
Nadi can
come.
surprise people. He has beaten Djokovic before, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he has beaten Nadi has beaten Djokovic.
Yes, he has beaten Djokovic. In
Oh,
last year, I think it was, but it was the time of
so
the year.
you are
He
saying
hasn't
there
made
will be
a quarterfinal in Sunshine doubles since
upset.
2016.
Sinner will be upset in round one.
No, I'm not saying. Look, Wimbledon can always come with crazy early round upsets, but Nadi is not somebody who has proven himself in any of the preceding tournaments like Queens, Eastbourne,
Yeah,
Lay, nowhere. So this is not something that I'm willing to hedge my bets on, but I think Nadi can be a tricky opponent. Like, just as a remote possibility, but we know how strong Sinner is versus the rest of the field, except Alcaraz. Like, he's strong versus
yeah,
Alcaraz as well, but still, I'd just give it to Sinner. So you think round two is
yeah,
Vukic?
yeah.
Yeah, I
And
think Seng versus Vukic. I don't know much about Seng, but Vukic seems like a
yeah,
possible
that's why I'm saying Jokic because
round three.
against round three Shapovalov. Like I
Okay,
don't.
you have that much trust in our Lord and Savior Shapovalov.
Yeah, like I think
I think
it's.
Shapovalov is the true Wimbledon favorite.
Oh, uh, yeah. Or full Grand Slam, gold,
Yeah,
calendar Grand
calendar
Slam
Grand Slam.
favorite.
You can never really count out. We were talking about how we can now not count out Djokovic, but sit out
Yeah.
Djokovic because the king is here. It's but all jokes apart, I think
Uh,
Shapovalov is.
yeah,
What do you think
Shapovalov
about a
will get
potential round three matchup? The grass will be worn down a bit by that time, so I think Sinner can
round three.
actually optimize his movements more. Do you
Yeah,
think
I
that
think
Shapo can trouble him?
I don't think like it will be as the easy three set win.
Oh, do you
So
think it would
yeah,
be?
yeah.
I mean,
I
Sinner,
like. I know Shapovalov is the greatest
do
player
you
of all
think
time,
the
but
lefty-righty dynamics will play in this
I
matchup?
don't think. I don't think Sinner will be
Because
disturbed by Shapovalov.
I think lately, over the past few months, a Sinner hasn't had a problem with left-handers. So I think it's fair with how strong his backhand is. It's fair to assume his cross-court backhand to righty forehand. Sorry, lefty forehand exchanges would not be problematic for him, even if the ball goes super low. Shavlov can be very, very assertive in his
Yeah.
aggression, but I still stand to think that I also feel that. Do you think Shapovalov can trouble him with his slices? Because if I remember correctly, Shapovalov had a decent
Yeah,
slice.
like max to max one set he can take, but I am very doubtful about that because
I
he's
think
not
one thing.
consistent, and
I think
it
one
will
thing
be
that can
very
trouble
easy for
Sinner in
Sinner.
this. mm, I think one thing that can trouble Sinner in this matchup is when Shapovalov goes down the line, slice to his backhand low,
Yeah,
and as we know, Sinner can generate. Actually, Sinner can generate more power of his backhand from a neutral ball. But we all know that his forehand, sometimes when the pace of the ball is low and the ball is in neutral speed territory, it can get harder for him to generate that pace off. But I think, like you said, his consistency, Shapo's consistency is a big question mark. So even if he creates opportunities, we know how clutch Sinner is, and
yeah. Sinner will not lose his focus, so that's
okay,
that. Yeah,
that's fair.
like Shapovalov has to play the match of his like
Right, yeah.
all time to even take two sets from
To even
Sinner.
take two sets, to even take a set, I would say.
If he even take a set.
Because how Sinner dominates and how Alcaraz dominates
Yes,
is like
yes,
a
yes.
night and day difference, right? Alcaraz
Yeah.
like people used to say. I'm not saying it. I'm not disrespecting ATP players, but people say that Carlos loses a set to nobodies, and and Sinner would just roll on through the
Yeah.
draw like a bulldozer.
Like Nadal never used to give chances to anyone.
Nadal
It's
did
like
lose more sets on grass and hard courts.
not grass, but like in clay or in any
I mean,
surface.
if we are comparing Nadal and Clay to anybody, nobody would be able to match up. So,
Yeah, it's true. But like I was saying, like if Djokovic and Federer used to build up to the match, so they were in first set, they used to be normal, and then like Federer you lost to Nagel in US Open first set.
lost a set to
Got
Nadal. Yes,
lost a set to Nagel, obviously. So
he only lost to the true Nagal, which is Nadal. But
yeah. Yeah, but if there would be Nadal, so he will never give a time to settle anyone, like, and he will just come above you, and that I think Sinner is like that only.
yeah, completely fair.
Yeah.
Round four,
Four, like let's go down and Nishioka, Dimitrov. I think Dimitrov will be
not Paul.
no, not against Sinner. I'm not saying. I'm just from between Dimitrov and Nishioka. I'm just
Nishioka, Dimitrov stands to be.
Dimitrov, obviously, and then Motet and Komsena. I think Motet will be,
Yes.
yeah, and Hoffner and Met. I don't know both.
Medvedev is actually the player that Djokovic has backed off for a long
Okay.
time, and he has also been the last ATP next gen final winner. So I think he Offner is a good grass courter, but I would still say that Medvedev
Okay.
is the favorite.
And then Paul, obviously Paul.
Paul versus
And
is it Saturday? Okay, Monday. Sorry,
I think Paul will
beat
like
Saturday.
they will yeah will place yeah. So Paul will play Sinner, I think, easily. I don't
Okay,
think
do you
anyone
think
will
that Paul will be the winner of
be
this?
the play round easily to round four.
I think if you're talking about Paul, do you think that a potential round four matchup between Sinner and Paul, like this, Paul is somebody who has proven himself in grass before. He has won Queens in 2024, and I think it stands to reason if anybody says that okay, Paul actually has got a chance versus Sinner, because this is not something that's just coming off of nowhere. This is something
Yeah.
Paul has proven himself over and over again. Like he was in the quarterfinals last year, if I'm not mistaken. He won Queens, so that's a pretty solid resume for a field in ATP that does not really know how to move on grass or how to play grass game as much. I would even go far as to say that Paul is the top eight,
Mm,
easily a top eight grass player,
mm.
maybe even top five on a good day. So, and Paul is somebody who
And
has got
like, what was the last year Sinner played Wimbledon last year, right?
yes. Sinner lost to
Sinner
Medvedev
was
in semifinals.
disturbed because of something.
No. He was sick.
Yeah, he disturbed
He
because of
claimed that he
something.
did not sleep the night before and he had some sickness. And
No,
I would say that
that year he was disturbed because of something, right?
but the story that we are going on is going with is
Okay, he was sick. Okay,
he was
yeah,
sick, and obviously, I mean, he did not intentionally dope. So
obviously, yeah,
yes, obviously. So that whole fiasco is going to have some mental toll on him. But
yes,
he has proven time and time again that he has got nice mental strength. So I would think the reason that he lost was because of a great level of Medvedev on grass
yeah,
and him not being at his 100%. At the same time, I mean, it's always a mix of those two
mm,
factors. Fans can always argue about all sorts of
yeah,
things, but it's always a mix of I mean, we can go on and talk about why Alcaraz won the Roland Garros final last month, and we could come up with a lot of theories, but you know, it's
yeah,
just we know that there were times when one played better than their average level, and one played lower than their average level, and just kinds of evens out. And whoever does the higher playing level more eventually wins. This is how just tennis works. But we are not getting into the psychological point of things or philosophical point of things. So let's just say, what do you think?
yeah.
How much percentage chance would you give Paul to you? You have Sinner defeating Paul, right?
Yes.
So how much
Sinner
chance do you give
defeating Paul, but I think Paul will take a set.
a set? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
first set
That is
will be
also a bold
Paul's,
prediction to
and
make in
then
today's world.
what?
You know that is a bold prediction to make in today's world. Somebody taking off a set of Sinner.
Yeah, but it's a grass. I think Paul is good in grass, and Sinner is not that.
Do you think
Like
it
we
would be
have,
a tie break set? Do you think it's chance?
yeah, it will go to tie break, or Sinner will get break, because I
That's
don't think Paul is not getting break in first set, I
I
think.
would think that's a
But
very
then it will be 6-3, 6-2, I think.
yeah yeah that part of the prediction I am
Yeah.
completely on board.
I'm just saying, like, first set will be close, and then
No,
it
I would
can go
also go
either
with
way.
I think I would also go with Sinner in four for this.
Yeah, Sinner in
I
four.
think Paul will manage to take either set one or set two. I would because of their Rome semi-final match, he won the first set 6-1 against Sinner. So
Yeah.
if you can breadstick Sinner on clay, I think we can make that extrapolation that okay,
Yeah. In
ball can take a set of him on grass.
grass. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
True.
And for the
Let's
other
like,
side of the
yeah,
draw,
yeah, let's move like really quick because this video will be very
this video
big
is
if
already
we
getting
did
very
that.
long. Yes.
Yeah. So, second draw, I'm thinking Musetti will be going through,
Musetti,
right?
with his
Yeah.
fitness concerns, he withdraw of an exhibition recently. I think
Yeah, but
with
see,
Australia.
I'm only seeing like Shelton, the main, or Opelka. I don't think Opelka will do. Monfils
Do you
also.
not think he is a dangerous floater? I think Opelka, he's primed to meet Opelka in round three.
Around three. So Sonego also is there.
Sonego is a
Uh,
potential round two opponent. Okay, it's not easy
yeah.
for Musetti at all.
It's not easy for Musetti at all, but yeah, I think if he's fit, then obviously he's in good form. Like,
Okay, he is in very good form. He made the semi-finals of Wimbledon last year.
yeah, and I think Goffin or Shelton. I think Goffin will do good.
Goffin,
Goffin
Goffin at this point of his career is somebody who can just show up one day and show us a great level like
can,
he did in
yeah,
Miami against Alcaraz. But I
do
don't think
that.
that a Grand Slam is going to be that for him because over 5 sets, I doubt his fitness.
Yeah, but like if he not goes to five set, like I think, but Shelton will be very tough opponent for him.
And not to mention Monfils and Humber.
Monfils also, but yeah,
Humbert is there. I mean, Humbert is a
yeah,
good grass court player the last time I checked,
yes,
but he has
yes.
not shown a good result the past 2 years.
So who do you think will be like
From the right, top right corner
from the
of
right?
this quarter,
Yeah, no, no, whole right.
the whole right.
Who will face
It's,
Sinner?
it's a very tough one. I mean, Shelton. Look, Shelton, in my opinion, is very dangerous with his serve. He made the semifinals of Berlin. Was it Berlin? The tournament that happens in Germany just before Hala. I don't know what it's
I don't
called.
know.
But he made the semifinals there and then he lost very easily to Fritz, if I'm not wrong. So,
Okay.
Fritz, we'll talk about Fritz later. I mean, he has been doing great things.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
uh,
obviously, obviously.
Shelton and Humbert, I would. Shelton always has a problem returning serves, and grass
Yeah.
makes it more difficult. And the serve return dynamic, I mean, the baseline dynamic, the going to the net dynamic, the serve and volley dynamic, all of those play a part on grass, of course. But what I think is, it's that Shelton could not return at all. Like he could still go to tie breaks, and if he just manage a few lucky returns, he could beat great players. He's a very wild card sort of player on grass, right? But if he's even a bit off in one of his serve games, or if he's off in a tie break situation, I think it stands to reason that somebody as good as Humber or somebody as good as, let's say, Musetti, if he's in form and if he's fit, or let's say Sonego. Sonego has also proven. I think Sonego is a former round of 16 achiever here in this tournament. So if I had to pick, if Musetti is fit, I know that we are not doing ifs, but if Musetti is fit, he is my choice. And if not, I
Humbert.
would prime Humbert to make it.
Yes, yes, same.
Humbert.
Musetti if fit or Humbert. Yeah, same.
Okay.
I don't think Monfils will be able to beat Humbert or
Who do you think Shelton is
Shelton will
going
be.
out to? Like a prediction. Let's just choose our candidates.
Shelton will be beaten by Humbert.
Humbert. Okay, so he's making.
Yeah.
I think in this situation he's
He's
making round
making
four.
he's making round four.
That
Round
I think that's
three.
a result that he would be
Round
proud
three.
of.
Round three. Round four, not round four.
Round three.
Round four will be Humbert versus Musetti, right?
Okay, right. Round three.
Yeah.
He's making round three. I think.
Yes.
Mm,
Yeah, at least round three. Like, I don't think he will be bold. I don't know bold.
do you think
And
Fujovic can trouble him if
Djokovic, yeah, he can trouble him, but Shelton has good serve, I think.
good enough to
He,
beat him?
yeah, and in starting rounds, the serve will be very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, of course. I think round three
in
will
play.
shelter his
Yes,
fans.
yes.
So we are taking Sinner versus Musa.
Sinner versus Musetti, and yeah, Sinner easy. If Sinner will yeah, Sinner will win,
The winner
obviously.
of this quarter, according to you, is
Is
Sinner.
Sinner, yes, yes.
Okay, we have it.
But
Crazy
yeah,
prediction.
we'll have we'll have a prediction video after this.
I think a
So
lot
we'll
of people. I would like to add something, Akul. I think a lot of people have said that Sinner has got a hard draw, right?
it he have because Paul is a like good grass player. You said
Paul is,
only.
yes, yes. Paul is a good.
Yeah.
I think from the right side of this quarter, nobody is as dangerous as that potential round four matchup is. So we
Yeah,
can
and
definitely say.
but I think if Musetti is not injured, then he will also be like
Who do you think
very
is more
difficult opponent.
of a trouble for Sinner? Is it Paul or is it Musetti?
I think Musetti.
Musetti.
Musetti will be, yeah.
Okay, I would
Musetti
say
will,
that a potential round four against Paul should be more difficult for him.
yeah, but Sinner have like what we can see. Sinner has a very good draw,
Like,
like very difficult
at
draw.
the same time, we are also forgetting that Paul is also going through an injury.
Yeah, Paul is also going for injury. Musetti also going for injury.
Also going
But
through an
we are
injury.
just saying like if they
It
are
won't be
not,
that hard of a draw. It's kind of like the road to the final for Alcaraz
yes.
in Roland
And
Garros.
if Paul is, I think if Paul is injured, then Dimitrov is also kind of difficult opponent. He's not very not a easy opponent, if you
But
say.
Dimitrov has been out of form lately for the past few.
Yeah, we can say. Let's see.
Lopez is a very streaky player. I mean,
We
I
will
don't
get
want
to
to make a
know
prediction
after
about
first.
it.
We will get to know after round one who is doing what.
Yes, yeah, we would
So
get a clear picture, but I would
yeah,
still say that I have Paul versus Sinner as a round
yeah.
four. I
Paul
think
versus
Paul will
Sinner
beat
round
Sinner.
four will be difficult, but yeah, this quarter winner will be Sinner.
Okay, and okay, Sinner versus Musetti or Sinner versus Humbert, and the winner would be Sinner.
Sinner, yes.
Okay, let's move on to the next quarter. Drum rolls.
So
Okay, we have Draper's quarter here.
just tennis TV ignoring Djokovic here
Okay, so
because,
Djokovic is in this part of the draw. Okay, I completely forgot.
but I think that's because Draper is fourth seeded. So
That reminds me of how Reddit was talking about it before the tournament began, about how they're all about how Fritz, Draper, and Djokovic are in a race for the fourth seed,
yes, yes.
only to get this draw. I mean, and Djokovic wasn't even in the race because he was not playing any warm-up events. It was just
Yeah,
Fritz versus Draper.
Djokovic video just came out with Alcaraz. They were warming up. Like Alcaraz chose Djokovic to warm up with. Or
Alcaraz
I
did.
think that was a video shoot or something. I don't know.
Yes,
But
yes,
there is a trend, I think, so going on. Though whoever is the defending champion gets to choose.
yes, and
If I'm wrong, I didn't do the fact check about
it was
this.
no, no, no. It happened, and it was quite a warm moment for the both of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Look, the video I saw, what was the purpose of that video? How it happened? Like
No,
Djokovic
it's
said
just
in that video that Alcaraz
the last
chose
year
me. So
finalists, the last year
yeah,
finalists,
last year finals, yeah.
and it's Djokovic and Alcaraz. I think they always
Yeah, obviously.
played behind a camera.
And they are Wimbledon favorites and Djokovic, and Alcaraz
Yes,
defending champions. So.
yeah, they are the first and third Wimbledon favorites.
Yeah. But
Okay.
according to this, Draper is more favorite.
Yeah, because look, I mean, a crazy subset of Novak Djokovic's fans are not going to like this
Yeah.
one. I know that they have already complained about it. I mean, I know this without even looking.
Let's leave our prediction to like the prediction video.
I think
Just let's discuss.
this is the most fascinating quarter of the draw.
Yeah, that's true.
This is one draw where we are going to get a lot of wrong predictions, and I think we can see a lot of
True, true,
upsets here as well.
true.
And if it is straightforward, I'd eat my shoe. Yeah, on camera. If it's just Draper versus Mensik and Djokovic versus Deminor, I'll eat my shoe. So remember that. For anybody who's watching. And they make
Yeah.
shoe cakes here as well if I go wrong in any case. So, Draper. So, what do you think
So
about the left side of the draw, Akul?
I think Bublik will be the because he's in form. He has beaten Sinner recently and
Okay,
has
I
won.
just noticed Bublik there.
Yeah, there's Bublik also.
Let's talk about Bublik.
Yeah, so it's a very difficult. Draper has a very difficult draw. I can see that. Like he's getting Bublik in round three, and Mancic in round four,
Four.
and Djokovic. No, yeah, Djokovic in quarters.
So, a potential draw for Draper can look like round two Chilich, round three
Delic,
Bublik,
round three
round four
Bublik, round
Mensik.
four Mancic, quarterfinal Djokovic.
This is a draw straight from hell. I mean,
And if he beat Djokovic, then Sinner, then and if he beats Sinner,
then
then
and then
Alcaraz.
Alcaraz. Of course. I mean, for anybody that accuses or accused Wimbledon of rigging draws for Federer back in the day, do you think they'd do it for their homeboy?
I don't think. And if they were rigging, then Sinner would have gone like easy draw.
Oh, Sinner has gotten an easy draw, but we can agree to disagree here.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's
he
like
hasn't.
Alcaraz injured those two opponents of his in Roland Garros, and they were already injured. I know that. I'm just making a joke
Yeah,
about it.
yeah,
And Wimbledon just put both of those guys in his draw to just make it look more difficult than it already is. He has a pretty straightforward path to the quarterfinal. I don't even think that he's losing a set. If he's losing a set to Paul, and assuming Paul is fit. But I'm
yeah.
not assuming that either Paul or Musetti would
We
be.
have we have already wasted almost 20 minutes on Sinner. Let's
It's
move
it's it's
to
it's,
this
it's a
draw.
match reading.
Let's move past that because I don't think.
I think we are yes, yes.
Uh,
I think we are short on time, like a bit
Not short
short.
on time, but yeah, we don't have want to make a 2 hour video.
I think it could very well turn out to be a 2 hour video. But
Yeah, yeah, it will. Let's see. So, yeah, so Draper, I think will reach quarterfinal,
oh, what?
but yeah, I think Draper will reach quarterfinal.
You have him getting past public?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
Like it will be a good match, but Draper will win. I know Bublik is in good form, but Draper is playing amazingly right now.
okay, that is a prediction. I mean, he lost in the semifinals of Queens last week, but I think that was more due to the tonsillitis that he had the
Yes,
day
yes.
before.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where we diverge in our opinions. I mean,
So,
look, I think he's primed to face Bublik in round three, right?
yeah, yeah.
So for that to happen, Bublik has to get to round three.
Yeah, so he have to beat Monar, and yeah, he will
He
beat
has to beat
Monar, and
Maruzan as well.
yeah, yeah.
And Maruzan is
I
also a
think
factor.
Bublik will reach round three, but I
Oh, you
it will
think
be a
that
good.
wait, you think Bublik is reaching round three and then he is getting beaten by Draper?
Yes.
Kind of like a revenge match because Bublik defeated Draper in Roland Garros last month.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I can see what
Okay, so
I'm
your
thinking. It's
potential, the left side of the draw, uh, Draper is going to. And do you think Mensik is making round four?
Mexic is it's very difficult to say. I can't I can't judge that side of it's very difficult. You tell what you are thinking.
Mm, in my opinion, I would say that Mensik hasn't proven himself on grass before, so it's always risky to name a player who doesn't have prior accolades on the surface or in the particular tournament. But even so, if I have to place my bet, I'd say that the bottom left corner of the draw, right from Koboli to Mensik on the screen right here, I think it's actually very difficult. But I'd go with the highest seed. I'd go with Mensik, but I'm not too confident. My confidence levels are not.
Let's
it's the
go
same
with
as you.
seed only. Let's not predict it. I think
I
we
think, but
can
we have to
say
give a prediction. So I think I am going with Mensik. You as well.
I'm going with like bottom.
Yeah, the left bottom part.
Yeah, yeah, Mensik. I'm going
Mensik.
with Mensik.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
let's talk about the right
Mensik with Draper will be Draper. So I am saying Draper will win this
left
one.
half of this quarter.
Left half. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
About the right
Obviously left.
half of this quarter.
About the right,
Obviously, because Djokovic is there and you
Djokovic
do
will
not
be
have it.
going to
So you
round
just
four.
said obviously because Djokovic is on the right side and you're
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
Okay, we'll come to that. Let's
yeah.
just. I do
So
like have
Djoko,
things to say about that potential Djokovic versus Draper match.
yeah. So Djokovic will easily be going to round four, but I
Okay.
think Diminor will lose early.
Mueller even joked about it. Have you seen the recent post about Mueller? How he's just saying, okay, just get and I'm not.
Okay,
He's
I
not
have
very
not
confident.
seen
He
the.
always makes memes when he faces Djokovic.
Okay,
So Mueller is
yeah, but
already beaten before even facing him. And Evans is a good matchup.
yeah, Ivan's is a
Do you
good
think
matchup.
Evans can trouble Djokovic? I think we really
No, I
have an
don't.
upset potential here.
No, yeah, let's see. Like I
But
will.
I think if we go by history, Djokovic in week one of Wimbledon is he always plays those the week one matches of Wimbledon better than other players because he
Yeah.
has experience of moving in fresh grass. Everybody else is
Yes.
just
Yes.
slipping all the time.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think he will comfortably edge out. I think Djokovic in three.
Djokovic in three.
What do you think?
Djokovic will be. I think. Yeah. He will only be troubled by. I'm not able to see who will he be troubled.
Do you think nobody is going to trouble him in the right side of this quarter?
I don't think if Dimonor. But I think Dimonor will lose early. He will not face Djokovic.
De Minaur is the return leader, though. He really knows
Yeah,
how to
yeah.
return, but in baseline rallies,
No, I don't think in baseline rallies he will be that much good.
he's just Djokovic from Wish in these conditions.
Yeah.
Wish.com.
Yeah.
Like everything he does, Djokovic does it better, even at 38.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so we have who do you think is going to be the dark horse of this quarter?
Yeah, like
Like
it's very
somebody
difficult for me. I think,
Bublik,
uh, yeah, Bublik. Oh, full quarter.
full
Yeah,
quarter, yes,
Bublik.
full quarter.
Bublik
I
can
don't think
if
that anybody will
defeats
surprise us on the right side. I think
if
this
Bu
one.
yeah if Bublik
Evans is
defeats
one, but
Draper, if Bublik defeats Draper, then I will be very eager to watch Bublik versus Djokovic. Like
I
it
mean,
will
do
be
you
very.
not think that his recent Spurgeon form is here to stay? Because
Yeah, I think, but like uh, I don't like. He also commented that I was thinking of getting retired after Wimbledon.
yeah, all
So
of those things. But the he commented that because no, I think he was thinking that before French Open.
yeah, no, he after winning, I think Queens. So he won Queens or Hard Queens, right?
Yes, after winning Halle, he said that
Harley. Yeah.
he was thinking that before French Open because he
Yes.
was
Yes.
I think 80 something ranked in the world and
Mm,
he just I think he called it rock bottom of his life.
yeah.
And it's very fair. And the way that he came back, I mean, I for one think that this is here to stay. We know that public land is always a tricky place to make predictions in. I mean, if it was a couple of months ago, I'd be thinking the same as you. I'd be making the same predictions. But right now, I have a little bit more belief. Like if he gets to, it's not even about if he beats Draper for me. It's about if he gets to round three. If he does not get defeated in the first two rounds. If he gets to round three, then he is a real dark horse that can even trouble Djokovic and take off a set of him. This is my prediction for it. Like my predictions, should I start with my prediction? My round four predictions are Draper, sorry, Bublik versus Mensik from the left half.
Bublik, you are making
Yes,
like
I'm
you are
saying Bublik is
okay.
going to defeat Draper again. I
Okay.
know it's a very bold prediction, and I'm going to be wrong about this. But
Just like who will win the left one and who will win the right one,
so Bublik versus Mensik, Bublik is going to win the left part of it, and the
and
right part, I
Djokovic,
think
right?
Djokovic will be playing Mahach, and
Okay.
Djokovic will win.
Okay, sure. So Djokovic versus Bublik. That will be a great match.
That will be a great match if it
Yeah.
happens, and
It if it happens.
If Bublik is playing as good as he did against Sinner, we have got
Yeah.
something interesting. I think we have got the
See,
best round.
if he beats Draper, I think he's playing as good as he played in Halle.
I really have him over Draper at this point in moment because Draper really hasn't
Yeah.
proven himself.
So
Even he
you are
did
judging
Alcaraz
from
last year.
that form only, right? So
Yes,
if that form continues, so that would be
and
very
I do
good with
not have that
Djokovic.
much trust as of now in Draper on grass because I think Draper on clay is a better player than Draper on grass.
Yeah, but I think he will do good. Like whatever I watch his
I
matches.
mean, you can put Draper on the right side of this particular quarter, and I would have
Yeah,
him making a round four because then he'd have to face
yeah,
Djokovic.
yeah, obviously.
But as things stand, I really think that at this point in time, I would favor Bublik. I mean, next year I'd favor Draper 100%. But at this point in time, he has beaten Sinner, he has beaten Medvedev. These are two of the four best grass players today.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
Medvedev has been a two-time Wimbledon finalist, both last year results. Like he is better on grass lately than he is on hard courts, and that's saying something. And he has beaten Sinner, so the sky's the limit for him. I
Yes,
think Bublik versus Djokovic with Djokovic going through.
Djokovic went through.
And for you,
Draper versus Djokovic, and I just want to watch the match. I'm not predicting anything.
you have to predict something, Abhinav.
Right now, uh,
Draper,
Djokovic, obviously.
Djokovic,
Djokovic.
Djokovic, obviously. So
Yeah,
we have Djokovic winning this quarter. So Sinner and
yes.
Djokovic, bold predictions all around so far.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's move to the next quarter.
Let's go to third quarter
Yes. Okay, this is Taylor Fritz quarter. Okay, we have an image of Zverev here.
because he's third seeded, obviously.
Do they not
But
put
but
images of?
seriously, like they could easily ignored.
Okay, this is the quarter where with okay, let's just bypass the unpleasantries and just talk about it. There are a few jokes that are in my mind, but I think
Yeah,
it would be better not to say them here.
yeah.
It would be committing
So like
to them.
right now, I'm seeing Fritz winning the left one.
Fritz winning the left one.
Yeah, Fritz and Medvedev will be a good match, but I think
You think that both are making it to round four?
yes, yes,
Okay, so the left part of this quarter is going to be pretty straightforward according to you.
yeah. I don't think anyone. Poprin, um,
Popperin can be
Thompson,
troublesome.
Poprin can be troublesome, but Medvedev will defeat him. And Medvedev in grass is also good.
Medvedev can neutralize Popper in
Yeah,
aggressive game pretty easily. I mean, Medvedev
yes,
is a
yes,
very good mover on grass. That is very
yeah.
surprising to me, to be honest. I've never had him as good as that. I have never rated him that highly on grass, and I have been proven wrong. So,
Because he can be easily beaten by slicers, right? So that's the one thing.
yeah, I think yes. That was a major part of why my perception is the way
Yeah,
that it is.
yeah. Like we used to discuss that if he matched with Federer, Federer will easily beat Medvedev
Easily
because
beat Medvedev. I mean, it reminds me of
Federer will.
Wimbledon all over again. I think there was a match between Harkach and Medvedev, and Harkach beat Medvedev in 5 sets, and we
Yeah,
all know what happened next.
yes, yes.
So
But
at
if
that time, do you
we
remember
used
at
to,
that time we were very high on
yeah,
Harkach.
yeah, yeah.
After that
And
match, I was
like
kind of questioning
we
him.
used to talk like if Medvedev had beaten Alcaraz there, then Federer would easily have beaten Medvedev there.
Easily, easily.
Yeah,
So I think Fritz has got a tricky round one.
Fritz has tricky round one, but yeah, I think Fritz will easily move forward.
Okay. Uh, Pericard is not in form anymore, but his serve is the best by far on the tour.
Yeah,
But serve himself, Fritz himself is a serve bot.
yes,
Wants
yes.
to be
So
so.
that's it. Like it will be max to max 7-6, but yeah,
Yeah, I think all of the sets of this match are going to a tie.
7-6, 7-6, 7-6.
Yes,
Yeah,
but pretty easy for Fritz if he does not blink.
yeah, yeah.
And
If like he returned the ball, then he will beat in rally.
Lord Botich is here. Lord
Yeah,
Shelp is right there,
yeah,
and we never know when he's going to peak. But I mean, if you're talking about the left side of the draw, my predictions are, like you said, a straightforward Fritz versus Medvedev round four.
yeah.
And for the right side of the draw, it's tricky. I mean, you go first. I'm analyzing the draw as we speak.
Yeah, I'm also analyzing, and yeah, Berrettini is also good option, and I don't think Zverev will go
I think
around.
Berrettini is
What about
one
you?
of the top five
Will
class players for the last
Zverev
few years.
will Zverev go to quarterfinal?
Will Zverev go to quarterfinal? I think that is the question that this draw poses.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think
Uh,
he's
See,
going
like
to get pigeoned by?
first two first two matches are. I don't think he will have any problem, but Berrettini is the one thing like I have some difficulties with.
Hmm. But we
I'm
have
not
question marks
aware
for
of
Berrettini's
Berrettini
fitness.
recent forms. What?
We have question marks for Berrettini's fitness in
Yeah,
the
that's why I'm saying like I don't know about Berrettini's form or fitness right now.
Do you think either of
So
Khachanov or Cerundolo is making it to round four?
mm,
Her catch is withdrawn if I'm.
Arcas is withdrawn, I think. I missearch.
This,
Arcas. Mm,
I think he has because I remember seeing a post regarding that.
mm. Injured Arcas withdraws from Wimbledon, yes. Yesterday only.
Okay, so we have the right side of this quarter is really tricky. I think Zverev. I would like to say that if Berrettini is fit, he is going to defeat Zverev, but I'm not too sure about that. The fact that Berrettini is fit.
But what if Zverev plays very good and there's a very good run for
I
Zverev?
think Zverev can actually make it to round four, but about
Yeah.
quarterfinals, this is something that I'm not very
I
confident.
don't think Fritz or Medvedev will lose to Zverev.
Yes, exactly. I don't think that
Yeah.
Zverev is getting past quarterfinal, but if he makes
Yes,
quarterfinal,
yes.
that's a huge thing in itself. I think it will be his best Wimbledon performance of all time.
Yeah.
His,
Like he has to play very good, but
I
he
think.
will be
What do you think are the
meeting.
problems for Zverev on grass?
But I don't think there will be much motivation because he will be meeting Alcaraz in quarterfinal.
But do you not think that Zverev sees Alcaraz as somebody that he can actually beat? Because if I remember correctly, he has
Not in
lost the
grass.
last five matches.
Not in. I can still say in hard court, but not in grass.
I think on hard court, on a fast indoor hard court, I would have
Or
said he's
in
the
fast
favorite
indoor
to
hard court. In Australia Open or
in Australian Open.
ATP finals. ATP finals he
These
can
these are the two
easily beat.
tournaments that you would have Zverev as the favorite over Alcaraz.
Yeah. Not favorite, but yeah,
I
I
think I
can
would
see a
have
good.
Zverev as the favorite over Alcaraz in these two
I
conditions,
can
unless
see
proven
like
otherwise.
a good match, very good match, but not in Wimbledon. I don't think Wimbledon Alcaraz will be
But do
like
you not think that
even.
Zverev has something to prove against Fritz and Medvedev because both Fritz and Medvedev have had his number for a long time now. I think Fritz
Yeah,
has won
but
his last
I
six matches
think
against him.
not in grass. It's
Fritz has
very
won
difficult.
his last
Fritz
six
is very
matches
difficult.
against Zverev.
Oh, today Fritz won or lost?
I think he won. I will look it up, please. Okay, you're already
Yeah,
looking it up.
Fritz won 7-5, 6-1.
He won.
Yeah, yeah, he won the
Okay,
tournament.
so is if recency bias is something, is Fritz winning Wimbledon or is he the number one favorite? Alcaraz, Djokovic, and Sinner get in line. Our Lord and
Yeah,
Savior Taylor Fritz. Okay, Taylor Fritz has been great.
Fritz had been very great, like very good recently.
I think
And
ever since that controversy, he has also been playing more highlight shots.
yeah, yeah, yes.
Do you do you?
Yeah,
I like him more after this week. I mean, if anything has changed, it's this opinion of mine.
yes.
Do you think
So I think round four, I think Zverev will be going to round four, but yeah, he
versus
will be beaten by
Zverev versus Hachanov or Zverev versus Cerundolo?
Khachanov.
Okay,
Khachanov has experience and he will be good.
I would actually go with the same. Fritz versus Medvedev on the left side and Zverev versus
And
Hachanov on
Zverev
the right
versus
side.
Khachanov, yeah. And it
McDonald
will be
can create troubles for him, but I do not.
McDonald can be good, but I don't think first round Khachanov will
Yeah,
be.
I think neither of Mochizuki or Zeperi are defeating Hachanov in round
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
two. And about round three, I do not think that with Harkach gone, I think that is a very open
Yeah,
draw.
very, very open, and I don't think
Anybody is going to beat Hachanov here.
Sarandlo will be. Yeah.
So,
So it will be easy, and I think Zverev versus Hachinov, Zverev will win, but I think he will be beaten by Fritz or Medvedev. I think Fritz will beat Medvedev.
okay. Fritz and Medvedev both are on huge streaks against Zverev.
Yeah.
They I'm not saying it, Akul is not saying it, but as fans usually say, they are Zverev's grandfathers at the moment. So, so do you think Zverev will switch up the roles this time around? He will
No,
finally be able to
not
win
in
it.
not in grass, not in grass.
Okay,
Yeah,
not here, not
not
here,
here.
not like Alcaraz's and Sinner's tagline is right here, right now, and
And
Zverev's
I
tagline is
know if
not right here, not right now.
and I know if
Later.
Zverev is winning two setups, then also he will choke.
Yeah, he will choke. This is the
Yeah,
perception as of late,
yeah, yeah.
and I think it's a very fair perception for people to make. We are not
Yes,
saying it.
yeah. We are not saying it. I just read somewhere, so
Yes, this is
just saying
we
that.
are just borrowing the words
We
from other tennis
we are
fans.
just read Reddit sometimes.
Just us plain old simple reiteration. Again,
Yes, yes,
love
yes.
Zverev here.
Love it. Love. Not
Brilliant, brilliant.
just as a player. Just as a player.
Yes, no brilliant human being.
Oh,
That's
goat, goat human being.
good human being. Okay, so let's move. I think I have
I think
Medvedev winning this
Fritz win,
left part.
and Fritz winning the quarter. I think.
You have Fritz winning the quarter.
Yes.
I have Medvedev winning the quarter. Okay,
Okay.
so Medvedev
Two.
for me and Fritz for you. Sorry,
Yeah.
Zverev.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's.
Okay.
Just say it. Just say it.
Okay. We have Alcaraz winning the quarter. It was quite a great first episode of the podcast. We can just move on to the end.
Uh,
Like it was.
so it is so easy. Like it's such an easy draw.
I
Like
mean, what makes you think that it's easy? I think it's just as easy as Sinner's
he
quarter.
will
Not
no.
Sinner's half, just
If
Sinner's quarter.
you are saying if they are injured, if they are not injured, then that
How do
quarter
you
is
expect
very true.
both at the same time? I mean, if we are talking about strict probabilities, how do you expect both Paul and Musetti being completely fit enough to trouble Sinner at the
I'm not
same time?
saying like trouble thing.
Why both of
I'm
them
not saying that
being
he
on
will lose
Alcaraz's
or
draw
something.
is easy and being on Sinner's draw is hard? I mean, that is just.
Yeah, but because I'm not seeing Alcaraz losing a set here to anyone.
I mean, but it's Alcaraz. He loses us sets too.
Yeah,
Again,
that's
borrowing a word from
different
a normal
thing.
tennis fan,
That's a
nobody.
different thing. That's a different thing. But he will lose because of himself, not because of the players playing.
Yes,
Just
but that's a very fair point to
that's
make.
yeah.
So if we are going down that road, Alcaraz shouldn't even bother about a draw at all. If he's feeling it, he's going to win three. He's going to beat three top five players.
No,
If he's
but
not feeling it, he can
that's
lose
not a
to.
reason.
I can close my eyes and put my finger anywhere. He's going to lose to Lehechka.
Not lose a set, not lose match.
Lose a set to anybody. Yes, I mean
Yeah,
that's just who Alcaraz is.
that's a different thing, right? Because
So
and just letting you know, he
do
said
you see
that
one player
he
here
will not be
making trouble for
biased. He will
Alcaraz?
not be biased.
Yeah, yes, no. This is just a Alcaraz's 29-3 career Wimbledon 91% win rate on grass. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
he's 29-3 career on grass. He has over
Yes, yes.
90% career wins on grass. That is insane. I think nobody started as good as him.
Just see the draw, like Rublev,
Yeah,
just surpassed.
Rublev has been to
Come
a
on, yeah.
Wimbledon quarterfinal before.
Yeah, I know how he came there. So
Yes.
please,
So yeah, still, I mean, Rublev is still a
please,
good contender. But
please,
Rublev is still a
please.
good contender. Do you still not think? Do you think
Please.
Paul is harder? Yeah, Paul is harder than
Yeah,
Rublev.
Paul is harder than Rublev.
But an injured Paul,
I don't
we
think
are too
like
short to be.
Rublev is like a three-setter player, not a five-setter player. I can never imagine a Rublev a five-setter player.
Why do you think so?
Not consistent at all. Like he just like
I think he has made 10 Grand
I'm
Slam
not saying
finals.
yeah, but he can't beat a like Grand Slam winner.
Yeah, but he has been consistent. I think making quarterfinals can be termed as consistent.
Yeah. So, but in this draw,
But yeah, he's not a danger to Alcaraz, is what you mean.
he's not making quarterfinal. I can say
Yes,
that.
yes. He is not really quarterfinals here. But okay, do you have
It will be
Tsitsipas
so
beating
fun.
Rublev
It will be
before
so
he
fun
meets
if
Alcaraz?
just think about it. If we are saying this much and Alcaraz chokes somewhere,
I mean, bye bye podcast and the couple of viewers that we are going to get if we are lucky. But as things stand, I do not think that it's going to happen.
Fognini beating Alcaraz in first round.
But this has happened in US Open. I think it will be quite some time
Yeah.
before something like that happens again.
No,
Have
it
you seen
can.
who Tsitsipas' new coach is?
Who is?
Goran Ivanovic.
Goran Ivanovic.
And he is training Tsitsipas. You know, Tsitsipas has changed 12 rackets in the last few weeks or so.
Yeah, that I know.
He has not played any warm up, if I'm not wrong, and if I'm not wrong, do correct me on that if the one viewer that is watching us know otherwise. But I think if we know something of how Goran like treats Goran is the reason that Novak Djokovic serves like the way he does today.
Yeah,
And he is also a Wimbledon winner. He won Wimbledon as a qualifier back in 2002, if I'm not wrong.
but
So,
he's Sisyphus.
but he's Tsitsipas.
So,
But he's Tsitsipas, but he's still Tsitsipas. I mean, you go on and you remember the season 2019, 21, all those great seasons he made up. He
I
was
just
you
remember
up on Djokovic
just
in a French Open.
just letting you know. I just remember the Federer Sisyphus
Yeah,
Australia Open,
I
and
just knew that you were going to mention that as
I
well.
wrote a reminder that he will beat Sisyphus.
Okay, so
He will beat
for our
Federer.
viewers' information, when that match was happening back in 2019, we were watching that match at the same time. We were flat
2020,
back then
2020,
in 2019.
2020,
2019.
20,
Federer versus Tsitsipas. 2019. 2020.
20,
In 2020,
2019, 2019,
so it's
2019,
difficult fight
2019.
in Australia.
2019 final, I don't remember. So yeah,
That
that's
round
bad.
four match,
Like
this guy
it
was.
was
He
after
says he respects Federer, but he was all too happy for Tsitsipas, and Tsitsipas was his new lord and
because I
savior.
just predicted there, and also I only remember that tournament till semi-final. I don't know what happened in final.
Yes, that that
I
is
don't.
that is fair to assume that.
I don't think
Let's
there
let's
was a
just.
final. There was a final that year.
Oh, okay.
I
Was it
think
cancelled just like 2019 Wimbledon?
Yeah, yeah, it was cancelled at like 2019 Wimbledon.
Right, right. Okay, so this I don't think we really have to
Yeah,
analyze this
yeah.
part of the draw. I think Runa can be dangerous, but
Rune can be dangerous, but I don't
I
think
think he's
he
the
will
only
be.
person that can actually beat Alcaraz
Yes.
if he's in the form of his life and
Yeah.
if he's playing that way. Nobody else is going to trouble. I think a potential Struff match in round three can be very troublesome, but Alcaraz has beaten Struff in
Augur,
round one before in
I don't
2023.
think Augur will be any. I think Augur will only meet Alcaraz, right, in round three.
Okay, you think
Felix,
that Felix is going to
I
win?
think not Felix.
No, no,
Yeah,
Felix is
Felix
going
going
to
to.
play Alcaraz in round three, not Struff.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, I think Felix will.
Okay, Felix is a good grass player, but I think do you think his results back it up lately?
Yeah, like not completely, but I think Struff. He will beat Struff.
Uh, I just looked at the right side of the draw again, and we do have a potential floater. Manarino is there, and Manarino has
Yeah,
proven that he's great on grass before, right? So,
and Manarino, I think Manarino will beat Rublev.
okay, in your opinion, it will happen.
I don't think, but Tsitsipas is there, so he
So,
will.
what are your predictions for the round
I
four
think
matchup on the right side?
Tsitsipas Rublev on the right plate, Tsitsipas versus Alcaraz. There will be.
Okay, Tsitsipas
And
versus Alcaraz. Tsitsipas versus
yeah,
Alcaraz in round four.
yeah,
Okay, that's a bold prediction. Tsitsipas has never made it past round three of Wimbledon.
yeah. I know, but I think he will. Like he will beat Rublev. I think. I am just not a good admirer of Rublev.
You're not?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. I not like the place.
You do not like?
Do the play style of Rublev.
He has a great forehand,
Yeah, I know, but he just goes for the winners and
and that's what I like
that.
in a player. Instead of them just waiting for the opponent to make an error, I would. But
Yeah, but
I think he
he's
has a lot
more
of
of a
variance
error.
in this
Yeah,
game.
more of a error, and he does very.
I mean, his backhand is not good,
Backhand is not good. Yeah, not
not
good.
good, and
Yeah,
the second serve is also not good.
yeah.
Yeah, we do not
So
want to
yeah,
involve. We
we
do not
can just
want to
like I don't think.
uh, break abuse policy on our first video. We just say not
Yeah,
good.
yeah. We will break it if we sometimes did a live match of Alcaraz or Sinner. Then we will definitely break it.
Of course, like Rublev breaks his rackets or something. But
Yeah.
moving on, we are not going to talk about. I think Rublev is really
Yes, yes.
great. Non-sarcastically, he's a great human being with some anger
Yeah,
issues.
yeah.
Some people are used to know also like that. The left side of the draw are Runa, and I think Runa is going to play Lehchka. Or TFO is there. I mean, okay, we have forgotten TFO.
Yeah, four is there.
TFO
Yeah.
can just peak out of nowhere.
Yes,
He
yes.
was this
It will
close to
be
beating Alcaraz last year.
yeah.
This close.
In round three or four?
I think it was round four because Paul
Round
was out.
four. Yeah,
Paul
Paul
got
was
minutes.
important. Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah, so Tiafoe Rooney, I think, will be the
who do you think will win TFO versus Rune? Because we already know what's
Roon.
going to happen on the right side.
I think Rooney will be beating Tiafoe.
You think Rune will defeat TFO? You think this
Yeah,
is
he's the king, six king slam, sixth king
the
slam,
sixth king?
sixth. He's the sixth king.
You think he's finally going to live up to the name of this
I don't think
magnanimous guy?
like yeah, sixth king just going to round four.
Sixth king, sixth king is not going to the round six, in your opinion.
Not round. No, he's going to round four, but not in quarters.
Okay, not in
Obviously,
quarters
not in
means that he's
quarters.
going to be defeated by TFO.
No, he will beat by TFO. Oh, not like not in semis. Sorry,
Okay,
he
so
will.
you have Runa versus Alcaraz as the quarterfinal.
Yes, yes.
I would say it's
Nori also is there.
Yes, Nori is also there. But and Batista Agut as well. Batista Agut had a great match against Alcaraz the last week. He is
Yeah,
really a
but I
potential
don't think Batista good will be. He's he will meet Alcaraz.
that
He,
stands to reason. I would
yeah,
say we will see a Lehechka versus Agut match on the left, and we'll see a Runa versus Griekspoor or Brooksby match, and then Runa will win, and Batista Agut will win the lower half. Batista Agut versus Runa, and I have Runa as the
you're
winner of
saying Batista good will win the lower half.
TFO.
He just played one time. He went to semi-final.
He
Don't just
did, but
yeah.
I think he has never made the semi-final of Wimbledon before. People do say that he made it in 2019, but that year was cancelled.
Okay, that year was cancelled. Yeah, true.
So I don't think that record still stands. But
Yeah,
Batista
yeah,
Good is obviously one of the best players on grass as of late.
yeah.
All his statistics show that he's 38 years old almost. I think he's 37. But he is really good. I mean, I would
But I
still
don't
say
think
Tiafoe might
if
win.
the match
Tiafoe is also great, but it's. I think Batista Good versus Tiafoe is going to be a match that is going to decide a
if
lot of things.
like if the match goes to fifth set, I think Diafo will take it.
Tiafoe will take it.
I don't think
So I,
five setter Agut can be playing in a high level.
do you think Tien or Basava Reddy are going to create troubles for Runa or Jerry for that
Nah.
matter? Because Jerry is
Jerry,
also
I
a good
think
server and
Jerry is
downhill.
still a good player. Like I watched his 1-2 matches,
Okay. I hope you did
but
not watch the match that where he beat Alcaraz on clay.
we were together at that time or not?
No, it was last year.
Last year, yeah, it was
Last year,
last year.
February.
Yes.
Yes.
I
It was
remember.
Argentina Open semi-finals.
Argentina Open semifinal.
Yes.
I remember your message.
Yeah, he just beat Alcaraz, and Alcaraz noped out of the South American swing and played Rotterdam this year. So
Yeah.
do not underestimate Jerry. I would revise my predictions actually. I would say that both Breakspoor, Brooksby, TN, and
Yeah,
Jerry has a good chance of
it's a
defeating.
good left half, but I am not seeing a point.
Yeah, I mean, we have to see points. We have to
Yeah, we
believe.
have
We
to,
have to
we have
respect
to, we have to,
everybody.
obviously. Fonseca
Alcaraz
is
is still the winner. But
yeah,
with all due
o-
respect, I think Runa versus Tiafoe
only
is the most likely scenario.
only tennis TV one picture that really
But I would like to
is.
add, Akul, that I have three dark horses for this quarter.
You have let me predict Jerry,
Jerry,
uh, Tien, and
TN.
Fonseca.
Okay, Fonseca is also here. I completely missed Fonseca. I was going to
Yeah,
say
I
Griekspoor
told you
or
Fonseca is also
Lehechka.
there.
Bautista good. I think the left side of this draw is
It
like if
will
you
be
put these
very.
the
We
guys on
can't
the left
predict.
side on Alcaraz's side, then that really becomes a hard draw
Yeah.
on
But
him.
this is very like
Only one comes
it
out
is
of
very
that.
difficult. It is very difficult for a left side to predict. Like
Yes,
Fonseca can easily beat Roon or
if Fonseca is playing like people expect him to play at this point in
yeah.
his career, we all know that he's going to be great a couple of years down
Yes,
the
yes.
line and potentially a top five player easily. But
Yeah.
the problem as of now is, do you really think that Fonseca is going to defeat Fernley first, then Griekspoor? I think he can defeat both of those, but I think he
He
can
can
fall
be
to either of
defeat.
Tien or Runa or Jerry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like round three, round four. Round three, round
He
not
did
round
manage
four.
to take off a set of Fritz, do you know, in East, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's saying something. Okay, I
Let's
would
see.
still go with Runa versus Bautista Agut on the left
Yes.
side and Alcaraz versus Rublev. I think Rublev is going to
I
become
think
and have to make on
Sisyphus.
foot. Okay,
I think Sisyphus will make
that
round
is
four.
actually a bold prediction. You have him
Yeah.
in the round four and you have him as your dark horse of the quarter, because if he's
Yeah.
making round four, he is the dark horse of that quarter,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Because that is really a bold prediction. So we have
Yes.
Alcaraz winning this quarter.
Yeah. So we
Okay.
have top four. Art of.
Drum rolls. First
Let's
semi-final.
not let's not predict. You want to predict till the end?
Yes. So before we
Okay.
wrap it up, let's just get it over with. First semi-final for
Okay.
you, it's Sinner versus Djokovic.
Sinner versus Djokovic. Yes. And I think Sinner.
Sinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the
Do you
past.
think that Sinner is going to defeat Djokovic five times in a row?
Yes. Sinner will defeat Djokovic.
Fifth time in a row.
Yeah.
That is quite a
I
prediction.
think
And I
it
think
will be
that's a
a
reasonable prediction.
Alcaraz Sinner final.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Alcaraz versus Fritz, you have Alcaraz in three or Alcaraz in five?
Alcaraz Alcaraz in four.
Alcaraz in four, of course. It's a semi-final. They are never easy.
Yeah.
Uh, I have Djokovic,
Alcaraz.
and in Medvedev versus Alcaraz, I have Alcaraz. And then
Okay.
Alcaraz versus Djokovic final, and a repeat of the last 2 years, beating Medvedev in the semis and beating Djokovic in the finals. I think it will play out the same. It's not a very high likelihood of Medvedev making it to the semifinals. It could be Bublik in place of Djokovic as well, but I think the most likely
I
scenario is who do you
I
have
think
final between Sinner
I
and
think
Alcaraz?
if like
Okay, you have Sinner winning it.
my yeah, my hopes are for Sinner right now.
Hopes?
Not hopes because of the Roland Garros final. I
Do
think
you think that
Sinner
he's
will
going
be
to come back stronger this time? Do you think it
come
will be
back
an epic
stronger.
like it was for Roland Garros?
Yeah, it will be obviously it will be epic.
Do you
Any
think
match of
it
Sinner
will
and
just
Alcaraz will
high
be.
setter again?
Um, yeah, if Sinner again this time if Alcaraz doesn't chokes.
So you think this time the opposite, kind of like the opposite is going
Not
to
opposite, not that much. I
but
don't
you're
think
sure that
these
Alcaraz will
matches,
win one
the
of the first
like
two sets?
Roland Garros final matches, easily happen all the time. So I think there will be a good match, but I think Sinner in five or in Sinner in four.
Sinner in four.
Yes,
Well, I have Alcaraz in five against Djokovic.
Alcaraz in five.
Against Djokovic.
Yeah, if Djokovic is going to fifth set, I don't think he's winning
I'm
against
even giving
Alcaraz.
Djokovic a good chance of winning it on the record.
Oh, yeah. If
But
If
to be,
if Djokovic reaches final, I am very much scared
but
because
I mean, if you're scared of that, like if Sinner reaches the final, you have Sinner as the winner. If Djokovic reaches the final, you think that Djokovic really has a good chance. Do you
no,
have Alcaraz as the favorite?
I don't think this year Alcaraz will win it.
Okay,
That's my prediction. If I say,
that is very fair.
yeah, not a three beat. He's doing not three beat.
And I might be biased, I might not be subjective, but I think that Alcaraz is going to.
Yeah, like if you see the form, and like if you see what how easily he won Queens.
Yes.
So we can see, and you were only telling me that his serve is also good and almost
Yeah, his serve is
he was serving out
been pretty
the
free.
game very easily,
To
and
wrap
he was hitting aces.
this conversation up, I think you have Sinner as your winner. I have Alcaraz as my winner,
Yes.
and we both are saying this from a non-biased perspective. Really, seriously,
I'm saying it from a non-biased perspective.
and me
I
as
don't
well.
think
I mean, I have Alcaraz has been great on grass, and I think he has finally found the
yeah.
consistency that people
we
have
were
accused
we
him
were
of not
thinking
having.
it will be very difficult because I am not a Sinner fan and you are Alcaraz fan, but I'm seeing that we have I have predicted Sinner, you have predicted Alcaraz,
Alcaraz, and this is going to turn nice.
and this is not scripted. Just letting
You're going to
everyone know.
not stop hearing the end of it if Alcaraz wins again. But
obviously.
yes, but
But if Alcaraz doesn't, I think we are not making any more podcasts
yeah. No,
because I know
but
you.
I'll try to be completely objective regarding this,
Yeah, yeah.
and it might take a short time for me to heal my.
But that would be a great podcast. Like
That would be
if
a great podcast. If
Alcaraz
that happens, I'm going to. Right now, I think it's almost 2 a.m.
one,
and we do not
yeah,
even have the energy to continue it at this point. But even if we are recording this at 2 at night, if on the day that Alcaraz loses, I think we can still go on for. I think at least Akul right here can go on for 2 hours more.
yeah.
But
So
so
let's wrap it. Yeah,
yeah, let's
I
wrap our
think.
first podcast.
Yeah. So please, whoever watches this, please predict it in the comments
Good.
that what are your predictions, and let's see what happens.
Or
It will be a
just
great Wimbledon.
hold up your finger like that lady did at Wimbledon, that particular year. You can do anything.
But that particular
That
year,
means that I
which
moved
year?
on.
Which year? Which year? Which year was that? I don't
Okay.
remember.
I think I'm too
Please.
sleepy to remember, hypothetical scenarios, hypothetical things. So,
Yeah.
so thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, like and subscribe.
And it was our first podcast, so we tried our
Really
best.
first,
And
like
I
this is
know
the
if
first
there
time.
was something boring or at all, you can easily click on 5 second ahead or two exit.
Or two
Yeah,
exit or three exit for all it matters.
yeah. But it was like we really would appreciate any suggestion or feedbacks. And please do subscribe or anything. I'm not saying this. Just enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Bye
Bye.
bye.